Hello everybody! It's your boy David, aka Davlorito. Hey, if you're new to my channel, my name is David. I'm a Filipino from Germany who studied in Korea and is currently in the Philippines. I've been in Asia for a while now, almost a year. I lived in Korea for 7 months and then I came here to the Philippines for a, let's just say, longer vacation. I'll be going back to Korea through a YouTuber group. I got to know a YouTuber who is in Korea right now. You might know him, Skycedi, and he uploaded a video on growing up Korean American tag, and it inspired me to make my own, or do it too, but of course not about being a Asian American, but being a Filipino in Germany. And before I get started, I just want to say that in Germany, or at least where I come from, I don't really consider myself as an Asian German or Asian European, but more a Filipino German. So I'll be basing the questions on that. Yeah, so let's get started. First question is, what ethnicity are you? Both of my parents are Filipinos. I was born in the Philippines and I grew up in Germany. Yeah, I'm Filipino, pure Filipino. Both of my parents are from Luzon, so am I. So we're from the northern main island of the Philippines. Which generation are you? I went to Germany with my parents 1994, so technically I'm first generation, but no, I'm second generation. My parents grew up in the Philippines. I grew up in Germany, so second generation. Third question. What is the first experience where you felt that demarcation? Is that how you pronounce it? What is the first... Wait, let me read this. What is the first experience where you felt that demarcation of being a minority or different? When I was a child, because as a child you don't think about these things, but my very first experience of being different was when I was 4 years old in kindergarten. I was playing with some toys and then I wanted to play with this boy was playing with some toys that I wanted to play with, and then he told me he does not want to play with me because I have weird eyes. Now that's strange, because why would a child think like that unless the child is surrounded by same looking children or was taught that way, because children don't see that, I would say. But where when I really realized that I'm a minority and I'm different was in elementary school. I had this one friend. She invited me to a birthday party during the first grade, and during the class and also the birthday party, or just in school in general, I realized I'm the only Southeast Asian, and that didn't bother me. But then second grade came, and when the second grade came, her birthday came, of course, again. We were still friends, so she was handing out her invitations. I was waiting for mine, and then after she had given all, she came to me, and this is what she said.
David, I really like you and we're friends, you know that. But my brother told me not to invite you because...
And this is what she told me that her brother had told her.
Don't invite that friend of yours, that Chinese friend.
She told me, I can't invite you because my brother forbid me to invite you because you're Chinese. So, that is a clear sign of discrimination, racism. Even though I'm not Chinese, he was just ignorant of thinking that all Asian people are Chinese. And obviously he had so much love for the Chinese people. The question number 4 is, were you always proud of your heritage, or was there a time that you resented it or rejected it? I would say that I never rejected me being Filipino. How do you explain this? Every time when I would experience such discriminating things, children, adults, racism in any form, how do you say this? I never wanted to be one of them. It just pushed me more into me being a Filipino. It made me more proud of being a Filipino. I never rejected the part of me being Filipino. The part of me that I rejected more was the me not being a Filipino, but being a Filipino German, if that makes sense, even though I'm full Filipino. But growing up in Germany, obviously, the German culture is also part of me. I was rejecting more that German part of me than I did with the Filipino part. I embraced my Filipino heritage, and I'm still proud to this day that I'm a Filipino. Pardon me if I look sweaty because I turned off the fan, super hot, but it's too loud if I turn it on, so you won't hear my voice. Anyway, number 5. What are some stereotypes that you struggle with? As of now, I don't struggle with any stereotypes anymore, I would say, just because I've been in Asia for the last 9 months. I have not been experiencing discrimination and racism. You know what? I actually just realized I have not experienced discrimination or racism since I've moved to Korea and I'm now here in the Philippines. The only racism, actually I still call this racism, but the only racism that I experienced is I am treated differently because I'm white. I'm not really white, as you can see in this video. I'm already tan, I'm brown, or not brown. There's so many terms with these colors, okay? Anyway, I'm Filipino brown, but in the Philippines, I'm still considered as mestizo. I'm still white. So I get treated a bit differently, but not as strongly and not as I used to when I would come here to visit. And also in Korea, I get, how to explain this? When I was in Korea, I got a lot of positive things thrown at me. Like, I was still being evaluated and judged by my outward appearance, but unlike in Germany, it was more positive. In Korea, people would compliment me on my look. Like I mentioned in another video, many thought that I'm Korean. Right now, I don't think I look like Korean, but while I was there, apparently I look like a Korean, and random strangers would come up to me and tell me I'm handsome, and then just go. They would tell me that classmates, friends would praise me on my looks. Apparently my look is, how to explain that? My outward appearance is on the higher scale for the people that were around me. I have no clue, but yeah, so I received that kind of treatment, so more positive, but I have not received any racism, discrimination that past. You know, I just realized that now. In Germany, I don't experience it on a daily basis. I come from Stuttgart, and in Stuttgart, it's very diverse, very international, so you don't really experience it as much, I would say. There's one thing that I had to hear a lot while growing up. I had to listen to people always saying that I'm too feminine, I'm gay, I'm a nerd. Oh yeah, when I was good, because I played the piano, they're like, oh, so Asian. When I had a good grade, oh, so Asian. Yeah, stuff like that. And it kind of bothers you, I think, growing up, but until you just have to find your way and realize who you are despite what the others are saying around you. If you don't know yet, and if you haven't seen the video, I'm engaged now to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Filipino. If there is a stereotype or struggle that I had to face, I would say the different definitions of masculinity, because masculinity is defined differently in Germany than it is in Korea, and then also in the Philippines. So I think that was the struggle, not really the stereotype struggle that I had to go through. I think you know what I mean. If you don't, just comment down below and we can have a conversation down there. Number 6, do you speak your language? The answer is yes. I grew up in a trilingual household. We speak in English, Tagalog, and German. Opo, nagka-Tagalog ako. Madalas pagkausap ko ang magulang ko at mga kamag-anak at mga pinsan ko sa iba-ibang bansa, pag nakita ko Pilipino, tina-Tagalog ko. Und ja, ich spreche natürlich auch Deutsch, weil ich in Deutschland aufgewachsen bin. Ich benutze hauptsächlich Deutsch, um mit meinen Schwestern zu sprechen und auch mit meinen Freunden. Ich spreche meistens Deutsch at Tagalog pagkausap ang magulang ko, and I use English mostly just because for my videos, so that more people can understand, because it's an international language, but it's actually not the first language that I would choose to express myself. I'd rather speak in German or in Tagalog. Number 7. How has being an Asian in Germany affected your relationship with your parents? My relationship is great with my parents. I love them. We love each other. We're very expressive. We are very Filipino at home, I would say, but my parents are very cool. They taught my sisters and me their values, the values and morals that we are to live by. I would say we live by them, but with some tweaking here and there, because we are growing up in a different country. Okay, wait. Okay, so my parents are very My parents are very chilled about that. They raise us in a way that there is no compromise in our values and morals, but the packaging or the form has a slight difference. Being in Germany has not only changed the way we were brought up, but it also has changed our parents a bit. To answer the question, it has not affected my relationship with my parents in any negative way. It has enriched us culturally. Second to the last question, how do you feel about your heritage now? Do you identify with it? Like I said, I've always been a proud Filipino. I thank God that I was born a Filipino. I also thank God that I grew up in Germany. And now that I've been in the Philippines more during the last 9 months, you know, for visits, and now I'm staying here for a longer period of time, I would have to say that I am embracing the German side of me more. Actually, I don't identify with any, if that makes sense. I cannot even put a label on it because I feel at home in the Philippines. I feel at home with the Filipino culture, and yet I feel I am a foreigner. I feel estranged to certain things. And in Germany, it's the same. I feel very much at home in Germany now. I feel more at home with German people and German culture since I've been in Asia. But at the same time, there's still so many things that are just foreign to me. So it's like a 50-50 thing. And then also being in Korea, many things in Korea shaped me, and I have embraced parts of the Korean culture, and I also feel very much at home in Korea, especially in Seoul. Every time when I fly back to Seoul, I feel like I'm coming home. At the same time, I'm still a foreigner. So I also said this in another video, I feel at home in the Philippines, the Filipino culture, in Germany, the German culture. I feel at home in Korea with the Korean culture, but yet I still feel like a foreigner to all of them. I feel like I have a place, but I don't. I feel like I'm part of them, but I'm not. I would say I would need an own term and maybe an own citizenship for people like me who are from one culture moving to another country, mixing that culture with each other. It's like a whole new dimension. It's your own thing. And this is for another video because this is too long. Number 9, what is your favorite thing about your heritage? I would say being a pure Filipino but growing up in Germany and then studying in Korea and traveling around a lot. I would say I can flow with the Filipinos in the Philippines and Filipinos abroad. I can flow with people from Germany, especially from my hometown, home city. I can also flow with the Koreans. So I would say not only biological but also growing up wise. I would say what I love the most is that I get the best of both worlds. That was the Filipino-German tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it, that you learned something. If you are a Filipino from Germany, or an Asian from Germany, or even a German in the Philippines, then I'd really like to hear what you think, and maybe you can make a video about it yourself. If you want to see some of my travels or some of the things that I learned or did while I was in Korea, it's all in the description box down below, or just click here on the I. There's a few video suggestions that you can check out. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, like it, and subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in another video. So other than that, I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, a good evening wherever you may be. See you soon. Adios. Kumai. Hello. Wieso kann ich das nicht mehr?